Information in Taiwan is a major issue, and disinformation and how false information circulates has become a serious concern for people. I think it's very difficult to quantify, but the folks I talked to were seriously concerned, especially over the last couple of years. That concern has grown. Now with AI in the mix and social media being so widespread, I think there's almost an existential concern that disinformation, false information will unhinge democracy in Taiwan.
And so what is the effect of that on the Taiwanese society?
One of the major issues for Taiwan is that it's already quite the polarized political environment. And with disinformation in the mix, the temperature has effectively been upped on pretty much every social and political discussion. And that is detrimental to having actual conversations with people across political aisles and finding solutions.
And who is behind this disinformation campaign?
It's a lot of different actors that are involved in this ecosystem. Some are foreign agents, foreign actors. Most commonly China gets named. We shouldn't dismiss Russia. Also American actors, especially on the alt-right, trying to influence more Christian conservatives in Taiwan. And there's a lot of commercial interest also that uses misinformation, disinformation that doesn't have to be political in order to create viral content and make money.
And how does Taiwan deal with it?
One of the things that the Taiwanese do is that they don't just have a legislative approach, a regulatory approach to managing information. That is actually quite the sensitive issue for many in Taiwan, because they worry that free speech might be under attack if you start censoring hate speech, for instance. But a lot of the focus is on civil society actors. So you see, for instance, fact-check centers, analysts, digital media literacy activists who are all involved with each other and with society in order to solve this problem on the ground.
Now, the Netherlands or Europe is also no stranger to disinformation. If you compare the situation in Taiwan with over here, is it worse in Taiwan?
I think it's far worse in Taiwan than it is here. But I'm afraid that Europe is only a couple of steps behind, or sometimes it seems that way. So there's a lot that we need to learn. Taiwan has a much longer experience with this kind of information, several decades, whereas I think in Europe it's only been the last couple of years that it's really emerged as a crisis issue onto the scene. And as we're effectively descending into a pandemic of false information, I think we need to look at Taiwan and how folks there are dealing with that problem.
And what do you see in Taiwan that we could use here in Europe or in the Netherlands?
I think one of the major lessons is indeed the civil society connection, and making sure that we finance civil society organizations properly and assure that they can maintain their independence so that they're not beholden to any particular money giver. And that's also why I think taxpayer money is extremely important. The other issue is to make sure that we have a press system that still functions and that we engage with people at a human level, not just through social media, and try to bring people back on board to the idea that democracy requires often tough discussions, and those discussions should probably be happening face to face, not just in digital realms.